I feel stymied because everything we've done has always had to be by committee.
Is that where you guys want to go?
No, there are very few decisions I'm ever allowed to make. I've never been allowed to be in charge of this family.
Somebody's got to be the head. Somebody's got to be the leader. I really want that to be Cody.
When have I been in charge of this family? When? When have we ever not made every single decision by committee? I don't feel like I've ever been empowered as the head of this family.
Hey you guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Thursday, March 10th. So, you know how on Sister Wives, there's always been this weird thing is like, why do the Browns move around so much? You know, so they lived in Utah, then they moved to Las Vegas. And you guys, do you remember that in those episodes way back when they were in Las Vegas, they spent so much time like designing the houses. They kept talking about how they were going to be in these houses forever. And this is where they were going to, you know, they needed to have space for their families to grow, for the kids to come back from college. The way that they moved into Las Vegas, you would have thought that they planned to stay there indefinitely. And then abruptly, Cody decides they're going to move from Vegas. At first, initially, he says that he wants to move them to St. George in Utah, and everyone says no. And then after that, they decide to go to Flagstaff. The move to Flagstaff was really shocking to fans because no one really understood why. Why are you picking a city literally in Arizona that has no connection to your church, has no church presence, has you further away from friends and family? Why would you go to Flagstaff? There's never been an answer. It was only that, you know, they just really loved the area. And for years, there has been a lot of speculation online about why they made the choice to move to Flagstaff. So one of those speculations was that Robyn's son had planned to attend school in Arizona and she didn't want him to go alone. And so instead of, you know, sending him with a friend or encouraging him to go to school locally, the rumor was the family uprooted their entire family to move with Dayton to go to Arizona so he could attend college. And from what I've been told, he didn't actually finish college and he actually might have dropped out at one point. I don't know if he's still in college at this point, but so the long-standing rumor was that they moved to Flagstaff because that's where Robyn wanted to go because that's where Dayton was going to go to school. Now, that has not been confirmed by the family, so it's just been this open-ended question by fans. Like, is this true? Is this not true? Well, during a TikTok Q&A, which was actually recorded by, and like on Reddit, one of the Redditors wrote down a synopsis, so unfortunately I do not have him actually saying this, but he did say that moving to Flagstaff was a primary reason was Robyn. So imagine if you are Christine and you're like already on the edge of wanting to like leave Cody, struggling in your marriage with him, and then all of a sudden he decides that he's gonna move the family, take them to Arizona, and the primary reason is Robyn. Now, Dayton went to college there, and so I understand Robyn because she probably has concerns about Dayton being able to live alone, and she has said numerous times that he is on the autism spectrum. I think in one of the seasons she said that he has Asperger's. So she might have concerns about him being independent and therefore might have wanted to move with him so that he could live with her. But that again would be, I don't know, is it really fair to the whole family to uproot them so that your one child can go to college and then the rest of them have to like go with? Seems like a big decision for that decision alone. He also said that there was other reasons they moved there, but a big reason was Robyn. So Robyn gets her way. Another thing that he said about Robyn was that they don't have a relationship with her. He doesn't really have one with her at all because he pushed her kids. And then he told them, "You're not my real siblings." And So Peyton is now admitting to physical altercations with Gwendolyn and those siblings. Now, siblings fight, so I understand that kind of stuff happens, but it seems like to be maybe a common denominator here is that his maybe aggressiveness was a sticking point for some of the people in the family. And some of you guys were not like really thrilled to hear what he had to say about that, because you felt like he sounded just like Cody, that he was very like acting very sympathetic, but you guys, some of you thought it was sort of fake. I try to just give people the benefit of the doubt and hope that they mean what they say. And then if they prove me otherwise, then I'll say, okay, yeah, right. That was a lie. But for now, I'm going to hope that he's saying what he means and he means what he says and he feels badly. But I want to make this clear. I don't blame Gwendolyn for not wanting to have a relationship with him. I wouldn't either. If that happened, if the roles were reversed and I was her. Gwendolyn's quite a bit shorter than him. He's a big, brooding guy. I would probably feel scared too. So the incident that happened where he hit her, slapped her, was when he was 16. So the other thing that I thought was so interesting is that Cody is not vaccinated. So Cody and Robyn moved to Flagstaff because Robyn's son is going to college. Finally, slightly kind of confirmed. He didn't confirm it was about Dayton going to school, but I'm assuming that's the big reason. But now Cody isn't vaccinated. So you're going to tell me, and please, if you are against the vax, don't get mad at me for saying this. This has nothing to do with you. This is about Cody, because he spent 2 years yelling at his family about how they needed to stay safe and how they needed to follow protocols so that they didn't get ill. But then given the opportunity to protect himself, and again, if you are an anti-person, this isn't about you, this is about him, and sort of that hypocrisy of saying that he needed to do everything to take care of his family, but then he didn't do that. It seems sort of hypocritical. And then when you start to see photos of him like out and about without a mask on, and you're like, was this all for a show? Did you really even care about this, or was this just an excuse for you to not see your wives? It's starting to look more and more like it was an excuse to not see his wives. And I will go to the grave with this. I think the overwhelming excuse for all of this was because he wanted TLC to be able to film, and I'm sure that was a huge part because he didn't want to lose his payday, right? That's really his job. Another thing that he addressed had to do with whether or not any of the kids were mad at Christine for leaving Cody, to which he said no. But then he also said that Robyn's kids are actually mad. So Robyn's kids are mad that Christine left. They moved for Robyn. Robyn is mad at Peyton, and they don't have a relationship because of how Peyton treated her kids. And then they're not vaccinated. And then now her kids are mad at Christine. Okay. And he wouldn't answer a question on whether or not Christine and Robyn were still friends. He wasn't going to answer that. I think it's safe to say that Christine and Robyn are not going to be friends, and there's probably no love lost. And if I'm going to be completely honest, can you really blame Christine that she wouldn't want to have a relationship with Robyn? You know, I've been watching the past seasons, and it's so glaringly obvious how much the favoring happened with Robyn right from the get-go, and even just how she manipulated the situation where she would claim to be supportive of people, and then she really wasn't. I was watching an episode where they were trying to get businesses started, and Janelle wanted to start a gym, and they just completely bypassed Janelle's idea, and they went straight to Sister Wives Closet. And then when Mary wanted to go back to school to finish her degree, Robyn couldn't even be supportive because all Robyn could think about was like, what about me? What about me? What about Sister Wives Closet? Which, by the way, Sister Wives Closet has been closed for now since 2019. So apparently he's not close to Mary or Robyn. And he also said that he doesn't think that Mary will ever leave Cody, like ever. There's apparently also no custody agreement between Christine and Cody at this time, and they're just working on it amongst themselves. So when it comes to being sister wives, apparently the only two women that understood what it took to be sister wives were Janelle and Christine, and that's why they're the ones that get along. Now, it's interesting because, you know, A lot of people feel bad for Mary, and she's been there for such a long time. But when you read the book, you realize just how she did not get along with them, and she didn't make life easy for them. And I'm sure it was hard because every time a new wife came in, she felt like she was being rejected, which again just confirms that this kind of situation does not lend itself to a healthy relationship dynamic, especially when you're in a cult. So what do you think about Robyn and Cody's sort of secrets getting exposed? Because we haven't had anyone from the family confirm what all of us were thinking, that it was all about Robyn, that he made the decision to move because of Robyn, that he was only doing the do everything and be safe and don't look at each other and don't see each other because of Robyn. Is it really fair for the rest of the wives to have to live their lives around what the queen wants and what the queen gets? If you were in a situation like that, would that make you happy, or would you leave? And does Robyn really understand how her relationship with Cody directly impacts everyone else, and how her demands on Cody and on the family, and how she manipulates people to get her way, how that affects everyone else? I mean, I know that she's a victim of this system and polygamy, but at the same time, like, you can also be perpetrating just like a horrible behavior against people. And I have empathy for Robyn in one breath, and then in the other breath I have like, Robyn isn't a team player, and I don't believe she's a team player. I think she's always been team Robyn. And Peyton just keeps confirming that to me every time he opens his mouth. So we'll keep reporting all the times he opens his mouth. And thus far, there hasn't been a response by really anyone online from the family about this. Oh, and if you're wondering if Christine's dating anyone, the answer is no. All right, you guys, what are your thoughts? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.